Good morning, crafty friends, and welcome to my Crafty Advent 2023 live series day 9. If this is your first time catching us live, go ahead and put first over in that chat box. Speaking of the chat box, you might want to have it on live chat instead of top chat, just so you are seeing the newest messages. And if you are here on the replay crew, make sure when you leave your comment below that you include the hashtag replay. Thank you everybody for being here. I love seeing so many of you chatting so far. Special shout out to my channel members who are in the chat. Their names have that little icon next to it, and they're usually highlighted in either green or blue. So welcome, welcome. If this is your first time here with us live, or you haven't been here, or you haven't watched the other series, or the replays. So I will be opening up my 3 Crafty Advent calendars here on screen, and then we'll pick one that we have to craft with, that I have to craft with, right? And make a tag here live. Now, if you are here live with us and you're in the chat box, which you do need to be a subscriber to my channel, free, quick, easy, click on the button below this video. Then you can chat over there, and at the end, one of you will be able to enter to win this. The daily tag giveaways are open to all subscribers, no matter where you live. I will also be giving out a secret word today. Let's focus on the word secret. Make sure not to give it out in the chat or in the comments below. You'll keep that to yourself. But at the end of the month, my US subscribers can be entered to win either a Spellbinders or a Crafter's Companion Advent Calendar from this year, which you'll see me open today. If you, let me get over here to my banners. While I'm crafting, it is hard for me to pay attention to all the comments. So if there is something that you really, really need me to see or answer, you can type Alicia or Crafty Al in all caps in front of your comment. You can also start, if you're on a desktop, you can start typing @call me Crafty Al, and it will let you highlight my name. Like I see right now, Alessa has already done that in the chat. So for me on my end, my name is highlighted in red, and that is much easier for me to see if you can do that while you're here live with us. All right. But yeah, I will, when I can pause from crafting and look at those, I will, and I'll try to answer them. But there are so many knowledgeable, crafty, helpful, friendly people here in the chat that if you just have a general question, I know that somebody can probably help you out. So feel free to chat amongst yourselves over there. And then let's see. Alessa said on the iPad, change to all messages, even if it shows live chat. Thank you for that. Yeah, it changes. Like right now, mine says live. It changes all over the place. I think it looks different on different devices. So let's go ahead and go to our overhead. So here are the 8 tags that I've made so far. Remember, I'm using the same color palette for everything. Every day is a tag. And I'm really trying to stick to using only items that I have received in the advent calendars. So I am still waiting for some embellishments, okay? Like some of these cards could have used a little sparkle or something. Some of these tags, sorry. But at the end of today, then I'll have one to add to this. Now, while I'm overhead, I do want to tell you about a fun thing that I'm taking part in tonight. I know I mentioned it yesterday, but just a reminder, because I'm sure we have lots of new friends joining us today. But tonight, I'm going to be on Stamp Wars. I can't remember the number. I am so sorry. It is the last one of the year, and this is on the Nancy Stamps YouTube channel. There is not a direct video link yet, but I have put a link to her channel in the description box. So if you go over there and subscribe if you're not already, turn on those notifications. I will try as we are live to share a link, but I might be too busy, paying attention to what's going on. But anyway, I just want to kind of tell you about it. I've been on here once before, and tonight it is all members of her Foiling Snobs Club Facebook group. I don't know if she's crafting. I don't know if Tracy is crafting along. But what happens is you get sent an envelope of goodies, and you cannot open it until like when you go live. So I don't even, kind of like these advent calendars, I don't know what I'm going to be crafting with. So tonight I will get to bust this open live, and then they will tell us what all we need to create with. So it's kind of like Crafty Advent or Craft Roulette on acid, because they'll tell us what we have to create with, and then they throw sabotages at us along the way, like extra things like either we can't do or we have to add. It gets kind of crazy. I hope, though, you'll join us. Again, the channel link is in the description box below. So go subscribe. And I had one other thing that I wanted to kind of give you a sneak peek at, working on for my next video. So I know by now you've probably all seen my X tool. I have a video with some other items, but I made this with it off camera. And I just started yesterday on my newest project. And I'm wondering if you have any guesses as to what I'm going to share. Put those guesses. I probably won't tell you if you're right or not, but let me know over in the chat if you think you know what I might be building for my next X tool video. All right. So you guys can still guess while I get us set up for opening our advent calendars. Cindy just had a most excellent question. Let me see if I can find that. Cindy wants to know, what time is Stamp Wars? Cindy, that would be totally great if I told you that. It is at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Pacific. And then if you're in one of those other time zones, you can just go earlier. All right. Because, yeah, I don't want to mess up what they're called. I know it's Eastern and then maybe Mountain. But yeah, so 6 p.m. Central. Now, let's zoom out a little bit so we can see our advent calendars. And I'm already nervous, like I don't know what I'm going to do today, but I guess any day I don't know what I'm doing, but today I'm especially like, okay. So in Spellbinders, looking for day 9. I am really hoping I get some kind of embellishments today. Oh, goodness. Oh, it's not for me. So this is probably 2.5 inches wide by maybe 2 inches tall. Give me your guesses in the box what you think it is. Sorry, I'm trying to find a comment. All right. Crayabea. I'm probably not saying it right. Guys, there's nothing on the door. So let me address this first. So if you come into this live stream late, you will maybe need to play catch up. So what I usually do, so I know that at the end when the tag is done and it is time to enter in your hashtag to win, I will watch at like 1.5 or 2 times speed until I catch up. Now, if you come in really late, just zoom right over to the live. If you pause the video at all, if you leave the video and come back, you're going to be behind. So you do want to make sure that you are caught up to us. You can always go back and watch what you missed. Hopefully that helps. Okay. So, like the past days, they've kind of had a little image of what is in there or, what you're creating. So that's interesting. Let's see, guys. Guys, we got some sequins and they're not perfect. Well, I don't know, guys. I think those go pretty well with our watermelon and our color palette. Oh, that might have worked out perfectly. That's excellent. There we go. Oh, here, I thought I was showing you the stuff again, but I was showing you my face. All right. So yay, finally some embellishments. So that was Spellbinders. Now we're going to go over to Crafter's Companion. Oh, day 9, first thing I saw. So it is probably 3 by 4. Put those guesses in the chat. I am going to go with an embossing folder. Uh-oh. I think I'm accidentally opening other ones as I push down. Some of these are tricky to get open. Okay. Here we go. Oh, that is beautiful. Look at that die, guys. It's like a star with lots of little, is that called filigree, like those swirls? That is really nice. Ooh, I mentioned in some of my posts on Facebook and on the community tab that yesterday was my favorite day, but this is shaping up to be a good one too, guys. All right, now finally is the Tailored Expressions Advent Calendar. Don't want to hit my mic. And day 9, right? Ooh, this one is very skinny. Now, I've mentioned this before. Sometimes there are coupons in this. So I am actually going to open this off camera in case there's any kind of code. I'll need to cover that up, okay? I will bring that back in, though. I just don't want to give away anything that shouldn't, since sometimes they're just exclusive for Advent holders. And yes. Oh, this is fun. I do have to cover up a code. All right. So next time I place an order, I get to order a free mini ink cube of my choice. So while today we're going to have to take off all the Tailored Expressions options, that will be something fun that I get to do. They are having their new release on Tuesday. And guys, I got to work with one of the new stamp sets, and I'll have a video on the Tailored Expressions channel Tuesday. But if you like to send cards to your crafty friends, you are definitely going to want to check it out. Now, if you're on their email newsletter, you've probably already seen it, I think, or on their Fans of Tailored Expressions page. I think they've shared it there as well. All right, so here we'll take a look at what we got. So I think this was a pretty good day. Let me know if you think today's a pretty good Advent day too. All right. Sorry, I need to, I had to take a drink. I'm still kind of getting over COVID and everything is still trying to drain on me here. All right, now what we're going to do is go and pick what I'll be crafting with today. And because I really cannot craft with a coupon, I am going to turn off the other Tailored Expressions one today, just to give all the options, you know, a good opportunity to win. All right, are we ready? Let's spin, see what we're working with. Viewer choice. All right, guys. So now what I get to do, you guys get to decide, but don't start telling me in the chat. I will make a poll. And I know that some of you cannot see these on your device. If you're on a mobile and you can't see the poll, you might want to go to the actual browser version of YouTube, like going to Chrome or Safari or whatever you use to surf the internet on your phone. So let me start over here. Our options today are the star. And I mean, this is just the one that I have to use, okay? Now I can go back and use previous stuff too to add to it. So I'm going to start the poll. I'm going to give 2 minutes for you guys to decide which you like. I have a pretty good idea of what's going to win, but I will go ahead and let you vote, right? And I'm trying to think what color I have that might go well with the with that watermelon for the sequins. All right. So far, it's going about how I thought up there. If you have came in late after I started and said my hellos, welcome. I am so glad you're here. Don't forget to stick around for the secret word of the day. And if you want to win the tag, hang out until the end and get entered to win on that. All right, we got about 20 seconds, guys. It seems to be hit or miss for some people. I know that, yeah, like yesterday, people were like, you can't do that on an iPad. Oops. And other people were like, I'm on my iPad. So, yeah, I don't know if it's like the version of the app you have on your phone or what. But, yes, it works for some and not others. All right, guys, kind of like I thought it would be. I have to work with, let's wait till it pops up, the star. But honestly, probably going to work with the sequins too. All right. So now we've done that. It's a like today's just happened to go together well. But I think, let's see. Okay, now I have to, now comes the tricky part where I have to try to figure out what I'm going to do and figure it out live. If you were here with us yesterday, you know that I should not always try to talk and craft at the same time. Things don't always go well. Why will it not go to overhead? There we go. All right, so I'm going to keep the star and the sequins out just since we haven't had any embellishments yet. And bring in, so I'm sticking to the color palette that we kind of already chose. I did see somebody mention, I think, yeah, here we go. Catherine mentioned the pineapple. I had forgotten that was even one of the options. I think I will grab those two out. And just because this is, oh, let me hide that so you can see it. Just because this is the biggest tag and gives us the most area to work with, I am going to use the tag that you guys have seen the most. Once again, the color palette we picked in the kickoff. Viewers helped me pick which colors we'll be using during this series. And now I'm just going to pull out. Ooh, you know what? I have been enjoying using this, not necessarily for like a shaker. You know what? We're going to do that one again today. So I'm going to use a Tailored Expression shaker tag die instead. We'll see what we can do with that. And I'm going to pull out my watermelon, pineapple, and a piece of white for my tags. And again, so later I might go. I have some sentiments in here, but I don't know if we'll need one. We'll kind of see later if I have to dig into the previous day's gifts to find something else to add to it. All right. Oh, I could have put that away. And Mom full of joy. Will I add sequins to the other tags? I am not going to go back. I think I might have talked about it in one of the earlier videos, but I'm not going to go back and add embellishments to anything. Those tags are done and, you know, like given away already. But I did have that question earlier, so I wanted to answer you. And let's see, Marilyn, are your craft tags bigger that you got the other day? They are, but for this today, I don't think I want to do the watermelon, pineapple, and craft. It would probably look okay, but I want to stick with the white for the accents. Let's see, anything else? All right, I think I got all those. Let's go back overhead and try to get some stuff done here. I'm going to cut 2 of the backers just so I have one to work on and one to sign. And I haven't decided yet what color I'm going to cut the frame from. So for now, I'm going to hold off We might bring this back in later. And oops, I set that up on the plate that I need to. Annette, I know I need to bust that thing out, but I tell you what, I've already got too many firsts going on during these live videos. I don't think I can take the chance, but hopefully soon I will. I love that you all are just extending grace, knowing that, you know, this probably isn't the tag that you would create. I do understand that. And, you know, if I had all the time in the world, the tags would probably look different as well. But doing this live and trying to think of everything all at once, it's probably would look different than if I would create it off, you know, or off live. So thank you all for your understanding. I think, you know, I love to do some ink blending. So I think we're going to do that on the tag. Can't pick that up. And today, I'm going to try not to use the wrong brush on the wrong ink. And I'm just going to do in from opposite corners and then kind of angle it. While I'm working on that, why don't you share in the chat if you're doing anything fun or crafty this weekend. I'm going to be working on putting together the project that I just showed you with the X tool and getting that video ready. Last night, we put up our Christmas tree, and we had to get new lights for it because last year our strings, like half of them were burnt out. And these, it's like we're on the surface of the sun. They are so bright. Like when we were putting up the ornaments, it was almost hurting our eyes. All right. Now, if these two colors mix, that is okay because they'll make short, you know, sort of a shade of orange. And we'll be done with that for now. Then I think I'm going to cut a few copies of this out of white. Let's see if it'll fit on what's left here. No, I need to get out some new white cardstock. Goodness. I'm going to quickly see what you guys are up to. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Just so you know, I do go back after the live is over And I do go and I like read all your comments, but it's just too crazy now, but I do like to go back and read them. So thank you to everybody who's over there sharing in the comments. Ooh. I was thinking about getting out my double-side sticky adhesive, but I think there are some large enough areas for my Verily Art glue. And I will be thinking of our secret word. What did I do here? I'll be thinking of our secret word here soon and sharing it. While I'm doing that, you can think of what you think my secret word might be. Again, don't give it away in the comments, but you can think of it. All right, now I'm going to have to, okay, I'm just going to, oh gosh, now I have to try to get all those little things out of there live on camera. So while I'm trying to do this, I'm going to answer Lindsay's question. What is Craft Roulette? So Craft Roulette is hosted every Friday night here live on YouTube by Mary Gunn on the Craft Roulette YouTube channel. And they have a special guest each week. And there's a wheel they spin, and there are 4 different parameters. So like project, color, element, random. And then once those parameters are spun, Mary, the host, and the guest have to create a card with them. So it's kind of like this, creating on the fly, not knowing what you're doing. And then they just chat and you get to know each other. And I will tell you that they call their chatters the chatterbox. And really, it's one of the most kindest, nicest places on the internet. You know, you don't always get that on the internet. So definitely subscribe to that channel. Check them out. Last night's guest was, I think, Christine Bertram. I went to bed at 7 o'clock, so I did not get to see much of it. I'm going to have to go back and watch the replay, but definitely check it out. I've been on there, I think, about 9 or 10 times by now. It's always a good time. Ooh. I might have to recut. I might have to recut a tag because I got ink somehow on my backup copy, but I can always do that later. Okay, let's cut another one. And then I'm going to figure out, maybe I'll do it from the pineapple since our sequins are the watermelon. And I'm just going to run this through a few times. Maybe that'll help some of those pieces pop out. I do not have the magnetic platform. I see Momful. Oh, guys, that worked. Look at that. I rolled it back and forth 3 times, and I didn't have to spend any time on that. But Momful of Joy says, thanks for introducing her to Tailored Expressions. She's excited to have a stamping company only about an hour away. I would be in so much trouble if I lived an hour away from Tailored Expressions. I'd have even less fun money than I do now. But that's so cool that you're close and you can go there lots. Okay, now maybe I should have put that on the sticky paper. Okay. Now I'll cut one out of the yellow, which, you know, might be appropriate for a star die, right? And to get all those little pieces out of there, I just threw it down on my desktop and they just fell right out. Here we go, rolling that through 3 times. Uh-oh. Okay, that one didn't work quite as well, but I think this yellow paper is a little bit thicker than the white that I grabbed. Oh, this is so pretty. I almost wish it would have came with the same star, but like a solid one so you could have a backer on it. That would look really pretty too. But you know what? These are all straight edges. You could easily make your own backer. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead while I have my die cutter out. I have made my decision and I am going to cut the frame for the shaker die from watermelon. Barbara has a trick with the fabric softener. Barbara, I tried before with the fabric softener, and I might not know what I'm supposed to do, but kind of like some other things I try, it ended up a hot mess for me. I think maybe I didn't put it on the right side. I don't know, but it was not a success. So I just gave up and I either avoid the intricate dies or I just take the time to punch it out with my hands. But hopefully, if others of you who have tried that fabric softener thing got it to work, awesome. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. A. Waddell says, how would you make a backer? I would just glue this on a piece of cardstock, and after it dried, just cut with my scissors around it. Oh, Ruth. Oh, Ruth. Here's another. Ruth, I had one of those Spellbinders tools that helped you get that out. And then one day I'm using it and one of the little hairs falls out. And then all of the little hairs fell out. Sorry. So I know it worked for a while. I've also tried keeping a toothbrush down here sometimes in my craft room and try that. But yeah, I had one of those Spellbinders tools and I will not get another one because I don't want that to happen again. But yeah, it was a great idea. All right. So now we have a whole bunch of confetti too. I guess if we were making a shaker card, that would look good. What I want to do is I just kind of want to have these in the background, you know, and it'll be covered up by the frame. I'm just going to glue these down and now they try to concentrate while I put my glue on here. Doesn't want to start today. I really need to clean this tip out. I think I've left it open out in the air too long that I need to do a little cleaning. So when I do this, I usually just try to put down a little bead of glue. I know it's hard to see on white. I'll put down a little glue and then just kind of spread it out with the tip. But I guess maybe that's what clogs up my tip. And I'm going to go around the outside edge of the star because that is the thickest part. And I'll put some kind of in the middle where some of these meet. Good thing is this glue dries clear, so even if it smushes out a little bit, it's okay. I like to kind of sit that on there for a minute. Bling Bling Crafter. Where did I get the glue bottle charm? I made that, Pat. My sister came to visit and we went out and we bought some beads. I already had like the other jewelry making tools. But if you do jewelry making, all this is, we just put the beads on some wire and then it's on a lobster claw clasp, which is then put on an earring backer that slid up the pin. And this is just the pin that came with the bottle itself. All right, now I'm going to put the other star on. And I just realized I put glue all over that whole star and then put it down on my mat without wiping the glue off. So hopefully it does not stick too badly to my cutting mat. Oh, the secret word for today. It might be different than what you think it's going to be. Remember, this is a secret word. You should not point it out in the chat in any way. Again, you might say this word just in passing, just in a casual conversational comment here, but do not point it out, by either putting stars and asterisks around it or even just flat out saying, oh, the secret word today is, because that will get you disqualified from the giveaway. And I know the international friends can't be entered, but please don't give it away either. I really want the subscribers who are taking the time like you guys are. You're taking your time to watch this. And I want those to be the people who are eligible for the giveaway in the end. So today's secret word, again, it might not be the one you were expecting, but because I got so excited about this, today's secret word is going to be sequin. sequin, sequin, just a singular one, okay? I'm going to write that down here on my list. So make sure if you're keeping track of these that you put like day 9 and then the secret word next to it, because you will need to know which day it was from for that final giveaway. All right. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is trim off the excess. And I'm going to try to trim it nice and cleanly because I'm going to save this and try to fill up, some of the other areas like that. And I guess I probably could put it in a little closer just because that frame will cover it up. Welcome, welcome. I see my friend Toby is here. Welcome, Toby. So glad you're here. And welcome to anyone else who has joined us since I have said my hellos. I did just do the secret word of the day. So if you're coming in after this, you'll need to go back and listen for that. But you are still in time to get entered to win this tag later for the giveaway. So I'm hoping that will, yes, that will cover that up. And now I'm going to go and take this one off because it's pretty big and put it in that other open area. Put it right over in here. Ugh. My hand's going to be full of glue later. I'll let that sit and dry for a minute. Let's see if I missed any. Dawn says she loves her precision glue press, and it comes with an empty bottle and put barely art in it. Awesome. So glad you are enjoying that. I, for myself, probably won't purchase it right now. I know that some people love it, and then I see some other people say that it's pooling glue. But I say if you love it and you know how to get it to work correctly, that is awesome. I'm glad that you are liking it. I definitely could not do without their Misty, that is for sure. Oh, and Nightbot, my little virtual assistant in the chat, has asked you for your stamp of approval. If you are enjoying this series and or today's video, I would love for you to give this video a thumbs up and share my channel or these videos with any of your crafty friends, family members, acquaintances, distant relatives, anybody who you think might like to watch my channel. And then, so now that's what we'll do. Now I'm going to go ahead and glue this down and give myself some time to decide how I want to work on the rest of it. But I'm thinking probably getting close to being done here. Right. Cindy has a tip for us. If you put a small glass, like a wee yogurt container with a wet paper towel on the bottom, you can turn your bottle of glue upside down and it won't clog while you use it. Now that might be something I try. Do you only do that, Cindy, like while you're actively using it, and then you would close, you know, like do you only use it kind of like for your current crafty session, and then go ahead and put the pin back in it, or do you leave it like that all the time? Well, wait, no, I am going to go ahead and put the pin back in this, but we will be using that here in a minute for our sequins. All right, now let's figure out what we're going to do with our yellow star. Ooh, that's kind of hard to see now with all those behind it. I want to keep, oh, there we go. I think if I do it like that, maybe move it down. Okay, I think I'm going to put it in that bottom corner. Get some more glue on here. I don't know if you are a little bit behind now and you're hearing this, you might want to zoom and catch up because I will be giving away the tag live soon. Hindsight 2020, probably would have put some vellum behind that frame. But you know what? That's the beauty of live crafting. It turns out how it turns out. And if this isn't your cup of tea, you know, you do not have to enter to win it. It's not going to hurt my feelings if I don't even know how many people are watching live, but it's not going to hurt my feelings if this is one that you do not put in to be entered to win. I understand that not all of these tags will be for all of you. Okay, now let me get out my sequins. Thank you for your encouragement, Catherine, and for your grace in knowing that this is live. And again, it might not always look like if I had not done it live, right? Let's get out something to pour these in just so I don't go crazy all over the place. Trying to see if there's some different sizes in here. I think there are. I'm just going to stick with the smaller ones. And I like to usually do in odd numbers, so I'm going to do 3. Put more down in the bottom. Okay. I'm going to get out my embelly jelly here. I finally got out some clean the other day that wasn't all dusted up. Here, let me find trying to find a comment. Here we go. Yes, leave it to Bitty Penny to see my rainbow scrunchie. I was trying to be rainbow and tie-dye today. It's actually a headband that my sister gave me, but I just rolled it up around my ponytail. All right, bringing back in our Barely Art glue. I like to put down a little puddle of glue, I guess you might call it, and let it set for about 5-10 seconds to get a little tacky. I find that usually helps when I go to take it off the embellishment wand. I did see a couple people asking what this is. So I use this. I got it from Tailored Expressions. It's what I use for their videos to place stuff. So it's just like a little wooden stick. And then inside here, I guess, is the embelly jelly. Yeah, that's kind of what it is. It's just kind of like a gelatinous stripes that you pull off a little bit, and then you roll it up and put it on the tip, and then you can pick up sequins or gems or other little things with it. Okay, I'm gonna let that get tacky. As we're kind of closing up now, if you have any questions that I missed, go ahead and put those back in the chat, because I'll be able, once I stop crafting, I can look at those a little bit easier until, of course, I start the giveaway. Then stuff just flies. Craig says it's the same use for diamond painting. You know, what I use for diamond painting is a little bit different, but when you say that now, and I have used that before. So this is what I have for diamond painting. And there is, yeah, just a little bit of wax stuff that you put in the end that grabs it. And then later, I will recut one of these white tags to sign for the back for today. Okay, guys. Let me get a drink here, and we will do the giveaway. Before I do that, I will just remind you of today's secret word. I had to look over there and make sure I had it, is sequin, because I was so excited to get the sequins in today's package. And thank you, everybody, for the kind words about my tag. All right. Now I do put that embelly jelly. I put it back in the case when I'm done using it for a crafty session, just to keep dust and stuff off of it. All right. Are we ready to pick a winner? So if you want today's tag, totally up to you. You do not have to enter to win this one if it is not your cup of tea. But in the chat box, you are going to put, let me grab it here. You are going to type hashtag CraftyAl one time. Make sure it looks like it does on screen with the hashtag at the beginning, and there are no spaces in it. And you don't need to like put it 10 times in the comments, because you still will only get one entry. Somehow this tool knows. So I'll give you 2 minutes to get that put in. And then I forgot yesterday to say what you needed to do if you won the tag, but luckily the winner already knew. But I do have a form. So if you're today's winner, toward the top of the description box below is a link to the Google form that you fill out if you win. It's not to fill out if you want to win a day's tag. It's only if you've actually won the tag, because I had to delete a couple the other day from a person who I think they just wanted to be entered to win day 5 and 7, but it was like they claimed it. So just a heads up, only fill it out if you are the actual winner of it. We still have a minute to get those in. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. And then as the hashtags are slowing down, if you do have a question or something you want me to answer specifically, you can probably start typing that in there now. Things are slowing down because after I announce the winner, we're pretty much done. Unless you guys do want a subscriber update. I haven't checked, but we can see if things are looking up or not. 11 more seconds. I'm going to go over and see if that's slowing down. All right, I'm just going to do a few more seconds. Make sure that those have stopped going up. All right, let's draw for a winner. Here we go. Good luck, everyone. Who's got it? Yellow roses. Yay! Congratulations. Make sure to fill out that Google form. I would advise doing it probably right after the stream is over, just so you don't forget, because I won't be going back at the end of the series to find out who's missing. So please make sure you get that filled out, and then I'll get them sent out, like I said, probably in early January, because I do want to do an overview of the whole month. So I want to keep all the tags until the end. I love that you guys are over there congratulating Yellow Roses. Yes, let's show some love. And I had one question here or comment. It's so fabulous to know that watermelon is a match. Yes, to the beautiful sequins. I am so glad. I was worried that, I would get I'm sure I could make, blue work with some of the colors. But, if I got something that kind of wasn't in the color palette already, I was going to be a little bit nervous. But it all worked out. Zoom in there so it's in the top left corner. Sarah, hold on. Okay. Sandra says, I was subscribed, but this morning it didn't show I was, so I subscribed again. Thank you. I know that I have went to a channel before and it shows I'm not subscribed, but when I click on subscribe, then it's so weird. Then it like kind of like unsubscribes me. I don't get it. But yeah, you know, technology, it's sometimes wonky. Here's Sarah. How can I join your newsletter or subscribe to your email list? Sarah, I did have a post on my community tab yesterday that gives you the link to go sign up. If you do go sign up, you have to make sure that you can confirm your addition to the list. Otherwise, you won't receive them. But then once you do that, when I send out more newsletters, you should get it. Always make sure if you do sign up that you're checking your junk or spam folder, especially that first time. And then if it does show up in there, make sure to mark it as not junk or not spam so it will go to your inbox. Because sometimes with like email lists, it likes to go to your junk or spam folder. Trying to go down here. Chris, can I show the finished tag? Yes, here we go. Oh, let me hide your... Here is our finished tag. We use a little watermelon and pineapple today. And then I will sign the back once I cut a new tag. All right. I know I have more. Let me go down here. Lou Ann, you have been so fortunate that your previous colors choices match up so well. I agree. It has been pretty good. Trying to go through all the questions. Here we go. Larissa, I was unable to access the community page from iPad. Yeah, Larissa, you might want to see if you need to update your YouTube app on your iPad, because it should now allow you to see that. If all you have is an iPad, all you need to do is go into your web browser or your internet browser, like Safari, Chrome, whatever you use, and go to YouTube on there. And then you can go to my channel and see the community tab. Right underneath that one. Good point. Alessa says also in Gmail, it shows up on social. Yes, it does. So it won't be in that main tab. Thank you for pointing that out. That is a good one. Yes. All right. And thank you for being here, Chris, and everyone else. So excited that I have you guys joining me. Let's go ahead, since I think some of you wanted to know. We'll see how it's going. We will do a little updated subscriber. So if you have been with us the past few days, I shared my YouTube subscriber counter that I like to keep here in my craft room. I would really like one of those Smirl ones, SMIIRL, but unfortunately, I don't have the money for it. They are like hundreds of dollars. So I made my own with like a $12 place value chart from Amazon. You'll see the back, it still has that. It's an education thing. And I just covered that up on the front with some vinyl and my web address. So let's see, guys, if we get to change our numbers today. All right, let me refresh. Guys, we do. Watch this. Are we ready? Give me a drum roll over in the chat if you're ready. Here, maybe. No, you know what? I'll do that sound effect after. Are we ready? So we had 226. We are at 236 today. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed during this series. I have loved it so far, getting together. And can you believe that I've done 9 days out of the 24. Don't forget, I will be going live every morning from the 1st through the 24th at 9:30 a.m. Central. Now, there will be 1 or 2 days when I'm out of state, taking care of my late mom's estate, getting that all closed up, where I won't be live. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do for those 2 days, but make sure to subscribe and then ring that bell and turn on all notifications, all right? And then you'll get notified of if I do post the videos just while I'm gone, you'll get notified of those. So thank you again, guys, so much for being here. I will be back tomorrow morning. I hope you will too. Don't forget tonight, Stamp Wars. So subscribe to the Nancy Stamps YouTube channel, and then you'll want to check there at 6 o'clock p.m. Central Time. And then the video should pop up as it being live. You might have to refresh a couple times because sometimes it doesn't show up right away, but I hope to see you all there in the chat. I love to have familiar faces over in the chat. And until next one, guys, I hope you're all having a crafty day. Bye-bye.